having been a single mom of 2 kids here in this community myself, you know, even with a college degree and other opportunities that I could have pursued, I chose to be a house cleaner for years because that was one of the ways that I wouldn't have to find childcare for them, that they could come with me and we could sort of be together doing that.
Based on where I lived in Sonoma County and then in New Jersey, I'd thought that, well, I'm pregnant and so now I'll get on a wait list for an infant care center, and then by the end of my maternity leave, over a year from now, then there will be room for my infant. And then I just, through that experience, found out that that's not how it works here. There are very few infant care centers, and they are impacted and the wait lists are years long.
So providers, centers, and family child care homes can only take a number of infants in their programs to be able to provide quality care for them. So I know that that's one of the challenges that we see from parents. It's finding programs that have openings.
And so many families that call me and are getting ready to go back to work or thinking of even conceiving children. I even get those phone calls. And just, it's a desperate need. Our wait list is 2 years long.
I don't want them or other families in our community to have to tell my school they're pregnant before they tell their families because they need to get on our waiting list to get in.
I actually have 2 children at home, one who has special needs, and so I know that for those who have children with special needs, it's even that much more difficult to find adequate, affordable child care. And
I don't know what kind of working family can manage to send a kindergartner to school from 11 to 2 at a school that doesn't have before or after school care.
I feel like I deserve to have a job that's looked at in a esteemed way, and right now with the way early childhood educators are being looked at, it's not in that light, and I think that that's wrong.
We also have to make it a livable wage. We are not just child care, we are child care educators, and so it's a profession, and we need to raise that bar so people can make a living in this, taking care of our most vulnerable but also our hope and our future. This is what we are creating and being a part of in this early stage.
The main question I get from employees when they come back from having kids is, I'm really struggling to find childcare and I might need to have a flexible schedule because I don't have anything lined up yet. And that is just something I wish as more employers could just meet the need of their employees by providing, you know, hey, go here, we have dedicated spots, or, you know, hey, we have an IFIXIT sponsored childcare. That would be such a gift we could give to our employees, and it would take the guesswork out of it, it would take the stress off new parents, because they're already dealing with so much.
I think recruitment and retention, these are, this is what I work with every day as human resources. If people can't come to work because they don't have a place to put their child, that affects the economy, that affects that employer, that affects their success, and then it affects the employee as well.
Some of my friends that have young kids are really struggling. If they can even find childcare, which there's that huge deficit in and of itself, and even if they can find it, it's oftentimes so expensive that working doesn't pan out for them. And so it's a huge limiter in terms of their own economic and intellectual pursuits and in terms of contributing to the community in a bigger way. So I feel really called to step up on this issue.
My situation in the public health department, 200 some odd employees, and I would say at any given time there's a handful that are pregnant and stressing about what they're going to do in terms of coming back to work or wanting part-time status or scrambling really to find childcare. And these are full-time, reasonably well-paid professionals. So I can only imagine if they're encountering that kind of hardship, what it is for people with lesser incomes and perhaps without a partner. So it's a really big deal that we struggle with all the time.